Hey, Ronnie,
Hey, Lou.
where do you think the best place to sell Girl Scout cookies might be? The best location. You know what they say. Location, location, location.
Outside of Weight Watchers convention?
We'll find out next on Men Are So Smart. Well, the Girl Scout's identity remains a mystery. Her eyes covered by Samoa-shaped glasses. She stands in the photo holding armfuls of cookies outside Urban Leaf, a San Diego marijuana dispensary.
Yeah, get some Girl Scout cookies with your GSC today until 4 p.m., reads the Instagram caption posted by Urban Leaf over the weekend, referencing GSC, a strain of cannabis inspired by the All-American Treat Girl Scout cookies.
I'll explain a little bit later, okay? The girl sold more than 300 boxes over 6 hours, and the national organization's regional council describes it as a hazy sales tactic, but could not determine the girl's identity.
The marijuana dispensary is not on the approved booth site list.
Perhaps it should be.
It probably should be from now on, as Mary Doyle, a Girl Scout San Diego spokeswoman, told the San Diego Union Tribune. But Scouts are allowed to tout cookies in a wagon on walkabout sales.
Yeah, you can't limit that. A video of the girl making sales, posted by Channel 10's News, appears to show the girl standing, her face blurred, and with a wagon on a parking lot median in view of the dispensary's door.
So if that's what they are saying they were doing, which obviously that's what they're going to say they were doing, then they were right within the rules, Girl Scout San Diego Allison Bushin told the news station.
The Girl Scouts National Organization put out a statement in 2014 after a girl sold 117 boxes in 2 hours outside a San Francisco dispensary, clarifying that local councils are the ones to set all policies on how their cookie programs are run. So each individual council makes the rules.
Makes sense. Doyle, the Girl Scout San Diego spokesman, told the Union Tribune that the organization would reach out directly to the girl's family if officials do learn her identity. As to any possible consequences after the girl's colossal sales, Doyle would not say.
At some point, she has to report that she sold 300 boxes.
Yes, but you know what? I'm thinking that the Girl Scouts aren't going to be all that concerned with somebody who is so ultra successful. I think they may just let it slide a little bit.
Now, do you think that this Girl Scout or her parents are the marketing experts?
I'm going to say it's probably the parents that kind of came up with the idea. And then, after a couple hours, I'm sure they felt this was a pretty decent idea.
Where do you stand on this, Ronnie, in terms of capitalism?
I mean, I think it's a great idea. I can't think of a better place to sell them.
But do you really want the name of the Girl Scouts tarnished to some degree?
You know, it's a legal thing in California, so it wouldn't be any different than selling it in front of a liquor store, which, although it seems a little bit probably not right with the Girl Scouts motto at all or with their creed, but certainly, I mean, it's legal. Alcohol is legal in California, and so is marijuana. So I think it just turned out to be she was at the right place at the right time, and with the right personnel.
Things have really come a long way
boy, have they.
Since girls sold Girl Scout cookies in our day.
Yeah.
And let me first start by saying that there was a time I recall when it was Girl Scout cookie season,
right,
that your doorbell would ring 5 or 6 times in a night with girls coming door to door selling cookies. And at that time, we always stocked up. We would buy 20 boxes or whatever because it was a good cause.
Now,
not about that. It's about the cookies, right?
It really is. That's what it boils down to. But now you go into work, and there are
Exactly.
just sign-up sheets
This is
around
where
your
I'm
work.
going with this.
Yes.
My daughter is selling cake. Now, look, I have a problem with that. I really do. It's not teaching. There's a way to do that that's still secure, rather than sending them door to door, which I understand there can be consequences.
Yeah,
of
a lot of bad things can happen there.
that. But just bringing in a sign-up sheet and putting it out, that doesn't teach her anything.
No.
It doesn't. And the idea, as I recall, and I believe it still to be, is that you sell a certain amount of cookies and you win certain prizes as motivation.
Right.
And, as you sell more and more, excuse me, the prize value goes up.
Well, I think we're dealing with a generation that gets participation trophies.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't like to exert themselves too much. And I think this is right in line with that. The most bang for no buck. So, I get it. And it's a little different world today than it was when
You
we
can
were
sell
kids.
cookies through a text.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But what do you learn from that? Is it marketing?
Well, I think you learn to be a millennial. I don't know. It's like I said, it really is. It's a different era, and I'm with it. I have a grown daughter. I wouldn't send her door to door to sell anything either. So, but the whole thing at the work. There's like 4 or 5 different sign-up sheets. We don't spend a lot of money on Girl Scout cookies. And you feel like, well, if I buy from Chuck and I don't buy from Mark,
right.
There's going to be some hurt feelings.
Yeah, there's a commercial on right now about that too, where the mom that's selling whatever it is for the daughter goes up to the person at work and goes, "Hey, Mark, I'm selling cookies for my daughter. You make $98,000 a year. I think you could probably afford a few boxes."
Yeah. Yeah, so it's the whole guilt trip thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Ronnie? In as much as I love Girl Scout cookies, especially the Thin Mints
I'm
frozen.
all about the Thin Mints. Yeah.
I'm at the age where I don't have any opportunities to buy those cookies, and I would.
Right.
Now, please,
No emails.
Don't start. Please, we get enough email as it is, all right? I don't need you selling cookies through our email. But you see what I'm saying? It's because, in our day it was door to door, and nowadays it's technology.
Well, I delivered the newspaper, and we used to collect door to door.
Yeah,
And now, if you take the newspaper, you just get a bill in the mail.
right.
So it is. It's.
But,
it's way
does
different.
making it easier really still teach the same lesson? And I understand the dangers that lie therein. I do. Going door to door.
Yeah.
But are we teaching them? What is the lesson? What is the badge for? Mommy selling you a bunch of cookies?
Yeah, there should be a shortcut badge because they're definitely taking a shortcut on this on the sales. of
You know
these.
what, Girl Scouts? You sell your own cookies. Leave mom and dad and grandma and grandpa out of this. Find a way to market. Now, if it means using the technology of today, sure, great, do that.
Yeah.
That's a tool.
Technology is there for a purpose.
Your parents are not the tool.
Well,
Or maybe
might
they
be.
are. Yeah. Okay, you are too. All right. So next story. The Olympics are going on as we are broadcasting this show. The Pyeongchang Games also set another record that has nothing to do with sports. More free condoms will be doled out at the Olympic Village and other venues at the 2018 competition than any other previous Winter Olympics. What the hell are these people doing?
Well, I hope U.S. uses more than anybody because we want to be number one.
Yes, in condoms.
Yeah, number
Condom
one
usage.
in used condoms.
We'll take it.
The athletes received 110,000 condoms.
Each?
Let's hope not. They'll be totally worn out. They won't be able to perform their event,
Yeah.
which is the most of any previous Winter Olympics this year in Pyeongchang. That's more than 37 condoms per athlete, or worth about $93,370 according to Korea Biomedical Review.
37 condoms per person for a guy our age would probably last about 7 years.
That's a decade's worth. That's a lifetime supply almost.
A Korean company donated 100,000 of the condoms, and the Korean Association for AIDS Prevention donated the other 10,000, the news outlet said.
Condoms at the 2018 Winter Olympics are available at Olympic Village, the stadiums, and the press center.
Oh, good.
Right, because you need them at the press center.
For sure.
A representative from the Olympics did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
But while this year's condom supply is record-breaking, the distribution of condoms at an Olympic Games is nothing new. Condoms were first freely available at the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul, South Korea, in an effort to prevent the spread of AIDS. That's back in the days of Magic Johnson and his situation.
Yep.
I remember very well.
The distribution of condoms continued from there as tens of thousands of free condoms grew to a height of 450,000 condoms at the 2016 Summer Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro.
That's a crazy place.
Oh, God, I would love to go to Rio. At Sochi in 2014, 100,000 condoms were given out.
Sex at the Olympics is certainly nothing new either. In Sochi, news quickly spread that athletes were using Tinder, the dating app. Now we know what they're doing.
Yeah. Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte told ESPN before the 2012 Summer Games, 70 to 75% of the Olympians have sex at the event.
With who?
Damn. That is like, those are way better odds than any freaking bar you go to.
Talk about not having to go slalom.
Wow. My last Olympics, I had a girlfriend. Big mistake, he says.
Boy.
Now I'm single, so London should be really good. I'm excited.
It should be really good.
Yes.
Good, it should be really good for sex. That's exactly what he's saying. Okay, indeed, sex at the Games has gone beyond the privacy of Olympic Village apartments. Olympic organizers found their free condoms on the roofs of housing for athletes back in Seoul Games in '88, resulting in a new rule from the Olympic Association that outlawed outdoor sex, as Time has detailed.
Based on the frigid temperatures in Pyeongchang, it's likely Olympic organizers won't have the same issue this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How do they have? Maybe that's how they work out. Don't they work out at all? Or?
Well, you know what? I'm thinking that.
And who are they having sex with one another?
Well, hopefully, I don't know that there are a lot of sheep in Pyeongchang.
Well, no, but there's a lot of Korean people.
True.
Okay.
So there is that.
Well, you got that going for you.
But you know what? If they were to not use a couple condoms, think of the super athletes that could come from the mating of two Olympians.
Genetics. Science.
Dang. We could have the Olympics in 18 years could be completely different, record shattering, and just
So we should encourage the intermingling.
that's what I would do. Yeah.
Okay, you get 37. Use 27. That's a good number.
Yeah. 25 is a good round number.
Sure, I would think. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donate the rest to, the charitable.
Well, now we know how they stay in such great shape.
It is a good workout.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 minutes at a time.
And now you see why Olympic athletes aren't over the age of 50. All right, that'll bring us to the conclusion of another episode of Men Are So Smart. Thank you for watching. Below you'll find information on links on how you can get to us. Most importantly, if you enjoyed the show, found it informational or otherwise, give it a thumbs up. Please give it a like. We need you to do that. Plus, subscribe to the show. If you click the bell when you subscribe, you'll get notifications as to when each show goes live.
Yeah.
For the most part.
That's kind of a big deal.
9 o'clock on the West Coast, Monday through Friday. Hopefully. We're doing the best we can. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And we'll see you the next time on Men Are So Smart, okay?
Bye-bye.